It says host disable the participant screen sharing.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, just 1 minute. Now you can share.
Do I have to start a VMware?
Yeah, start your VMware. Okay, show me the downloaded folder. Okay, first of all, we will install the Windows XP. Okay.
Okay,
Mm,
sir.
yeah, show me that file.
Uh,
Do you have the Windows XP OVA file?
Windows XP. No, I have not downloaded it.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Can you try it
can I?
now? Windows XP OVA file. Yeah, the first link. Click on the clone download. Yeah. Download zip. Download. Mhm. Let me check. Can I have access?
Yeah. Sure.
Thank you. Okay, let's import the VMware, the other file. Okay, first of all, we have to download this file, the big IP file. Okay, just double click on this OVA file. Yes, we have to open this OVA file always in the VMware, but this is a one-time process. Yes, import. So we can change the name here. This is your LTM device. LTM. Accept. So Dipesh, like yesterday we did the basics of LTM, right? So any doubt?
Sir, yes, there is one thing. Just now I was going through the videos,
Okay.
and there is one confusion in deep packet inspection that
Okay.
a device can do. So I've just confusion in that deep.
Okay, so let me explain you first. Look, what is deep packet inspection? Let's suppose if I talk about a switch, right? So a switch, what it can do, it can just read layer 2 information, right?
Yes,
Whenever a
sir.
switch will receive a packet, it can just read the MAC address and can do the forwarding on the behalf of MAC address, right? It means a switch
Yes, sir.
is having a capability to check the packet till layer 2, right?
Yes, sir.
But if I talk about a router, so the router, once it will receive the packet, it can read the MAC address, it can read the IP address, correct? And on the
Yes, sir.
behalf of IP address, it can just send the packet out to the neighbor, right? It means now the router is
Yes.
having power to read the packet till layer 3, right? But
Layer three. Yes, sir.
now once F5 device will receive a packet, the device can check the layer 2, layer 3, it can check the layer 7. It means the device can check the layer 7 content. Let's suppose I'm sending hi to you. Okay. So the device can check that hi also. Okay. It means that is
Okay.
called deep packet inspection. It means the F5 device
Inspection.
can read layer 2, layer 3, layer 7, even all the content of the packet can read. Okay.
Okay.
That is
Okay, sir.
called deep packet inspection.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so basically it has 4 ports. Okay, one, two, three, four. So what I will do, the first port I will be using for the management port. Okay, the second port will be 1.1. So here, let's suppose if I'll talk about a router. On the routers, how we get some ports? We get like F0 by 0, F0 by 1, 0 by 2, 0 by 3. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Right.
for this F5, by default, this is Mgmd port. So that will be E0. Okay, that will be E0. But now for these ports, one, two, three, these 3 ports, these will be like, this will be like 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. For first of all, for the MGMT, that will be E0. Okay. And Ethernet 0, we can say 1.1. Now, so these ports I will be using for the communication. The MGMT port we always use for the just to access the device, right? 1.1 I will be using in this diagram. Okay, I will be using this port for my internal communication. Okay, it means in this connection in 1.1, I will connect my servers. Okay,
Okay, sir.
server connections. Okay, 1.2 I will be using for my external communication, where my ISP will be connected. Okay. So this interface 1.2 will be facing towards ISP and 1.1 will be facing towards internal connection. It means the server connection. So again, this is like a router connection. Let's suppose we have 2 interface. One is F0 by 0, one is F0 by 1. Okay, F0 by 0 is having connection to my local LAN and 0 by 1 is having connection to my global ISP. Okay, like this. And these interface, like we can use this for external, we can use this for internal. That doesn't matter. Okay, these interfaces are like router interfaces. Okay,
Okay, sir.
yeah. And finally, in future, once I will use failover. So I'll be using this 1.3 for high availability, HA we can say. Okay. So this we will be using for the failover. Okay. So
Okay, sir.
right now, what I will do, I will just configure MGMT port. I will just configure 1.1. I will just configure 1.2. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now, so it means we have to specify a new switch to this one, a new switch to this one, right? Because I will connect here some servers. So right now we are using a VMware, correct? So I will connect here virtual adapter. Okay. Same
Okay, sir.
here. I will connect a virtual adapter. Okay. And same here, we have to connect the virtual adapter, but I will do this task later. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Virtual adapter. Okay. So let's see what we can do here. Let me, first of all, this port that should be, let's connect here. Go to custom. So let's use here VMnet 8. Okay, bridge 2. So let's use here VM1. Okay, VMnet 1. Again, like this is a switch we can see. Let me show you one thing. ncpa.cpl. And now, okay, look here. We have two switches. You can see the VMware network adapter, VMware network adapter. So these are like switches for my VMware. Okay. Now, so okay. Any doubt till this point?
No, sir.
Okay, because right now we're just adding some interfaces. We're just adding some switches. So these virtual adapter will act as like as a switch. Okay.
Okay, sir. So we can select any VMnet 2, 3,
Any.
4, 5, anything. Okay.
Yes. Any we can use. Okay. Now, so basically we have three ports, right? As I told you here, we have to use Mgmt. So for this Mgmt, we are using virtual adapter Vmnet 8. Okay. So let's use for 1.1, I'll be using Vmnet 1. Okay. For this, I have to create a new Vmnet, right? So how we create a new Vmnet? First of all, let me use one here. Just say okay. So the first Mgmt port, so this will always be Mgmt port, okay? This will be this one. And the second one will be 1.1, this will be 1.2, this will be 1.3. Now for 1.2, we have to use a new VMnet. But right now, as I can see here, what we have only VM1 and 8, correct? We don't have other VMnet. So I will create a new VMnet. Okay, go to your edit, virtual network editor. Okay, can you just click on this one, change setting? I cannot click on this one. This require admin privilege. Just say okay. Just click on the change settings and then click OK.
Where, sir?
You can see a prompt. Can you see? Once you click on the change settings, so you will be having option to say yes or no.
I have already done that.
Okay. Then can you click on the add network?
Add network, yes. I can
Okay.
see there is one VMnet 0 auto bridging external connection.
VMnet 0. Okay. Basically, we have to use the VMnet 1, VMnet 2. Can you see the option
Okay.
of to select VMnet 2?
Yes, VMnet 2.
Okay, just click on the VMnet 2 and just say okay then.
Okay.
Because right now I cannot see that.
It's done, sir.
Click OK.
Okay. Completed, sir.
Okay. I can still see your VM virtual network editor. Can you click on the edit virtual machine settings on the big IP LTM? Okay, do one thing. Stop your sharing your screen and then again share the screen.
Okay,
Because
sir.
I think the screen is stuck. Yeah, perfect. Okay, just go to the edit virtual machine. Let me do this.
Okay, sir.
Here, go to custom and go to your VMnet 2. Okay. Just say okay. Perfect. If I'll check here, I can see VMnet 1, where we have 2, 1, 2, and 8. You can see. So 1, okay. VMnet 8 we are using for the Mgmd port. VMnet 1 we are using for the 1.1, and VMnet 2 we are using for 1.2. Okay. So right now, basically we have to check the subnet address. Okay. So this is using, okay, we can change these addresses. Go to property. Can you change the settings for IPv4? Use the following IP, just set it manually address. 192.168.10.1.
10.1.
1, yeah.
Okay, sir.
Just say okay. Say okay. Just do the same thing for VMnet 2. Use here 20 networks. 20.1, yeah. 20.1. 192.168.20.1. So this will be easy, right? Just say okay. Say okay. Yeah, oh cool. So right now we are using here for this 1.1, we are using 192.168.10.1, okay, or /24. And for this interface, this is having a connection to the switch that is having a subnet 20.1. So this is a subnet we are using, okay, or we can say let's use 20.0 here, because that is not the real address of the F5 device. So I can configure here any address belongs to the same subnet. So I will use here, let's say 192.168.10.10 I will be using, okay. And here I will be using address 192.168.20.10. So right now, as I can see, 192.168.10.1 is the address of VMnet 1, okay. That is that will allow our communication, okay. And this address 20.10 and 10.10 will act as my real address of the F5 device, okay. This is clear.
Yeah, no problem.
Dipesh, any doubt to this point?
Yes, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Can you please just do the same task for VMnet 8?
What will be the address, sir? 20 or 10? Hello, sir.
1.1 you can use.
1.1.
Yeah.
Oh.
Perfect. Okay. So once I will access the device, I'll just configure these things. Okay. And these addresses I will configure. And as I know, I will connect here servers, right? For server 1, I will be using 192.168.10.20. For the server 2, I will connect 192.168.10.30. For the server 3, I will use 192.168.10.40. Okay. So I'll be using 3 servers here. So this is my internal LAN. Okay, my local LAN. I will create 3 servers. It means 3 window XP onto the same local LAN. And we'll be using the same range 10.10, 20, 30, 40 like this. Okay. Now,
Sir, I forgot, sir. VMnet 2 is for.
VMnet 2 is for this one. This is for VMnet 2.
Okay. Yes.
VMnet 2 here we have. Okay. And this is VMnet 1. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And here we have VMnet 8 for the management address. It's clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So here we have done these things. Okay, now I will start. So we have to do some changes here. So what is the physical RAM here in this in your laptop? 8 GB or 16 GB?
RAM is 8.
8. Okay. So let me just increase to 6. Processor count, let me make it. So these are the virtual processors, no problem. Just say okay. Play on the virtual machine. Perfect. Okay. So the default values, as I told you. So I told you for the CLI configuration, by default, the username and password will be root and root. Okay, root and default. Root. The password is default DEFAULT. Root. Please, can you try root and default?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Perfect. So right now, this we have to type the current Unix password that is default. Just type the default, and then you can choose a new password, whatever you like.
Let it be to root, sir, because I know I'll forward again.
Okay, just type your default again, no problem. That is too simple. Okay, just log in again, the same credential. The current password. The new password, let's use, you can use your phone number.
Okay, sir.
Again, we have to type the same password. Okay, perfect. Now, first of all, here, as I can see, no license, and this is standalone device, right? So now, let me show you one thing. So now we have 3 ways to configure IP address. The first way, using config command. Okay. The second way, using GUI based configuration. Okay. And the third way, to use physical device. It means using those power button or those buttons that we have on the physical device. Okay. Yesterday I told you, like, on the screen we have, on the side, on the right side of the screen we have some 4 to 5 minute buttons, right? So using those
Yes, sir. Up,
buttons,
down,
we
arrows
can,
keys.
yes, right, we can configure IP address. Okay. So right now, first of all, we don't have that physical device. We don't have right now GUI, because to configure GUI, we need a CLI configuration first of all, right? So let's
Yes, sir.
configure using this config command. Okay. So just configure config, enter. So whenever I will do this config command, it means we are doing configuration for the Ethernet 0. Okay.
Only. Okay.
This will take time. So basically, this speed depends on your physical RAM. Okay. If you have 8 GB or 16 GB, so in that case, this will work fine. So if I'll assign here 8 GB to this big IP LTM, so yes, at that time, like, it will be like bit fast. So only the installation I will do here. Okay. And the remaining part, like the components, yesterday we did about the node, the theory part we have not done. Okay, the node, the servers, the pool members, the pool, the virtual servers. So these things I will configure on my laptop. Okay, only the installation process we are doing here. Okay, because on my laptop the installation part is already done. That's why. Dipesh, can you press Control Alt?
Control?
Control Alt together. So using Control Alt, like we can have the mouse cursor here. Okay. Dipesh, what you can see in the screen? Can you see the blue colors here? Some blue box, or only the last line, no license standalone config.
I know it's all black. The
Okay.
screen is.
Dipesh, can you get the cursor out from this VM? Maybe it will be using Control Shift or Control Alt. Just try to get the cursor out. Hello, Dipesh.
Yes, sir. Done, sir. But I think
Can you access your VMware?
my screen is black, sir. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Can I give it a restart? I think I don't know.
Maybe.
It never
Okay, no
never
problem. Just do
happened
one thing.
before.
Just do one thing. Restart your laptop. Okay, and then just connect on the same ID. Okay, we are waiting.
Okay, sir. Just give me a 5 minutes, sir.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, here's CMD.
Go to your CMD. Try to ping this address. Okay, we have to change the address. Okay. Yeah, no problem. We have to change the address. Go back to the VMware. Okay, now just say quit here. Look here. So once I will press exit. So right now, as I can see here, we are in the TMOS folder, right? So once I will say exit, so I will just go back to one step. If I will say quit, 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 okay, it means we will directly go back to the configuration mode. Okay, so just say here quit. And then run the same command config. Using this command, we can configure the IP address.
Config?
Yes, config, same. CONFIG. Again, we have to wait. Okay, just say enter, say okay. So select IPv4 or IP. So right now we have to configure for IPv4. Just enter again. So look, these are the default addresses, but right now these addresses are not able to reach from your laptop, right? Just
Yes, sir.
use side arrow key, the right hand arrow key. Yeah, just say enter. If I will say no here, it means the device will ask me to configure the IP address mask. So just make it one dot. What was the address of Mgmd port in the notepad? Do you remember? That was just use 1.10 you can use, because 1.1 Vmnet 8 is having 1.1, right? So you can use here 1.10. Okay, use 1.10. 10. Just type 1.10. You are in the VMware.
Little bit slow.
Okay, no problem. I think your numpad is unlocked, right?
Yeah, sorry. 1.10.
10. Yeah. Just say okay. Come back to the okay using right arrow key, left arrow key. Use down arrow key. Yeah. Okay. Use the mask is correct. Say okay. So right now, do you want to create a default route for this Mgmd port? This is required if you want to connect to the Mgmd port from another subnet. So yes, say yes. If I will say no, so the default will be 172.1.2, but I have to say here yes, because the default address will be 1.1. Just change it to 1.1. So always use your default address to your, like the address of your VMnet address. Okay, 1.1. Just say okay. Use down arrow key. Yeah, say okay. System address, everything is fine. Just say yes. Just wait. It will take time to install these addresses.
So the process is same for the physical device also, sir?
For the physical devices, yes, exactly same, yeah. The process we are doing here in the VMware, that will be exactly same on the physical device, exactly.
Suppose we have one new brand big IP, so we'll do the exact in the same way.
Yes. So basically, first of all, as I told you, by default, the Mgmd port will be having 1.254. Remember?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Correct. So yes,
Yeah.
if you have your real physical device, so what you can do, you can just directly connect an Ethernet cable to your PC, from your big IP, and just can access directly without this configuration. If you want to change the addresses, so you have to come here like this. Okay.
Okay.
And how we can come here using the using console port, we can come here, right?
Okay.
Because right now we are accessing via console, right?
Yes, sir.
Sweet. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So
Sir,
let's say
I think recording is not on.
yes,
I think.
yes. I'm doing a recording here. No problem. Okay. That is enabled. Okay. Now, so now just do one thing. Right now we want to verify the system is having the same address or not. Okay. Again, go to your TMSH. TMSH is called as Traffic Management Shell. Okay.
Enter.
Yeah. You can also do one thing. You can go to your CMD and can ping this address. Now this address should be reachable. Can you open your CMD? No, maybe that is a bit slow, right? No problem. So the piece, like, I would suggest to increase your RAM, okay? Because at least,
Yes, sir.
yeah, this device, big IP F5 device, at least it need like 8 GB RAM.
There is 8 GB RAM, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, basically, right, yeah, for this device, for the big IP, VMware, have just assigned to 6 GB. Your physical device is having 8 GB, but your big IP is having 6 GB, right? I cannot assign the full
Yes.
8 GB to this VMware. Otherwise, you cannot do other tasks on your physical system. That's fine.
Okay.
Because this VMware consume your 8 GB, if I'll assign 8 GB to this. Okay, perfect. Like right now we can do a ping, right? No problem.
Yes, sir.
Just do one thing. Open your web browser, any browser.
Assigning 6 GB to VMware, so my system will use only 1 GB, 2 GB.
2 GB, right?
Mm, mm, mm.
Okay, do one thing.
Can we
Shut.
change?
Yes, we can change. Okay, just do one thing. Shut down this
Can we?
VM. Just go to the VM. Right click here. Just right click here on the VM, on the big IP VM, on the big IP rating. Yeah, right click here. Yeah, do one thing. Just go to the power tab first of all, because before changing the RAM, we have to shut down the box. Okay.
Okay, sir. Even if you are not using the VMware, will it use only 2 GB in a system?
Sorry, I was on mute. So basically here, once I will shut down this VM box, okay, so it will release your 6 GB RAM. Okay.
Okay.
If this one is working, so yes, it will consume your 6 GB. Otherwise, it will like release your RAM. So before changing the RAM, we have to shut down the box. We cannot change that. Okay. Just say right click, go to power, shut down the guest. It will take time. Yeah, shut down. It will take some time. No problem. Okay, now edit the virtual machine and just set to 4G. Yeah, this is enough. Just say okay. Now just power on the machine.
We can use Notepad++, sir. Even
Okay.
after.
Okay, just do one thing. Directly go to your browser. And now access the IP address. Perfect. So we have to make sure here this connection should be HTTPS, not HTTP. Okay, because as I told you, this big IP F5 does not support a plain text format. Okay, it will always receive a connection of secure shell. Okay, always.
Yes, sir.
So we have to make sure that we are using connection with HTTPS. We are having some logs on big IP F5. Just go to the VMware. This address should be reachable. We have some logs on the VMware, I think, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do one thing. Restart this VMware. So maybe this will work. Just run the command. Go into big IP.
Which command, sir?
Shut down. Shut down.
Okay.
Space minus R. R space now. Now. Yeah. Just enter.
So we are doing this to access via GUI.
Yes, right. So basically, we have to configure here. First of all, we need a IP address, right, to access via GUI. So if we don't have any IP address, so we cannot access via GUI. Okay.
Sir, but don't we have to enable web access in CLI? I'm just guessing.
No, 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 no. That
Like
is
we're
default.
doing on another.
No,
Okay.
no. Yeah. We just need the IP address should be reachable. That's it. So right now here we just need to do a licensing. That's it. Okay. And then rest of the task I will do on my laptop.
Okay, sir.
I think this is working fine now. go to your CMD and try to ping the address. No need to log in.
Can
That
we
address
check
is not clear.
local area network? Maybe.
You can, again, we have to go to the big LTM and then we have to check the address. Maybe that is statically configured, right? But no
Okay.
issues, we can try. Just go to big LTM. Maybe we have some issues. Yes,
Okay,
we have some.
sir, do you know why it's happening? After we changed the IP address, I don't think I've clicked on confirm. That's why I think the IP is not changed.
Okay, so right now, as I can see, this device is saying like restarting dev mgmtd, right? So due to the RAM, we have this issue. Okay, so at least
Okay,
this
sir.
device should, this big IP ultimate should have 8 GB. Then only this will work. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So let me share my screen. Okay, I will start my iOS. Okay, and we'll
Okay,
show you
sir.
how we can like enter the license keys. Okay, and how we can upload those license to the bigipf5.com. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Deepesh, can you see my screen?
No, sir.
Stop sharing screen. Then you can see.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How much RAM do you have in your laptop, sir?
32.
32.
So right now I want to check the address of this device, right? So the command is, first of all, we have to go to the TMS shell, TMSH. Okay. And then we have to run the command list. Then we have to check the system, and what we have to check the management IP. So once I will press tab keyword, okay, you can see the options. I can see the help. If I talk about router, what we do to get the help for the address for the commands, we press question mark, right? So once we press the question mark, what we can see the other options what we can configure. Same here. Once I will press the tab key, I can see the other options what I can configure here. Okay, just say enter here. So right now, as I can see here, we have address 192.160.11.130. So let me try to ping this address. This address should be reachable. 168.10.130. Sorry, it's 11.130. Perfect. That is reachable. Just go to here. Go to this 11.130. Enter. Now we can access this address. It will take some time. So that was the first process where we have to configure the IP addresses and the default route we have to configure. Okay. So we have to make sure the same address we have to use that the VMnet 8 is using. Okay. Or whatever you have used for the addresses. So okay, you can see this inoperative. So once this will be active, so we can access the device. So in the background, this device is doing some task. That's why I look at starting web services, right? So it will automatically enable everything. And this process will take around 1 to 2 minutes. Once this will be active, so yes, we can access the web configuration. And the command is to check the default route, that is route. Okay, list system management route. It means I can check the default route. So as I can see, the default gateway is 11.2. Okay, that is still inoperative. Okay, can you see this web service? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So the first time what you will get, you will not get these things, never. Okay. So the first time we just get the options of the system. We never get the statics, we never get the IAP, DNS, local traffic, acceleration, device management, shared object, network. So we never get these things. What we get only the system configuration. Okay. So first of all, like he will ask me to change the license, like to run the license key here. Okay. So this will be the default mechanism at that time. So right now, if I'll do reactivate, so yes, it will be reactivate, no problem. But here at the first time, I will get here activate, not reactivate. Okay. So once you will access your address, in the web browser, you will get activate here. So click on your activate. Okay, now we have to hear the key. Okay, so these keys we will receive on the Gmail. Okay, on your like
Gmail
email.
account.
Yeah, on your Gmail or whatever
Yes.
email address you have. Okay, so that key you have to paste here if this device is connected to the internet directly. So you can just say next here. This is automatic mechanism. Okay, just say next. That's it. But if this device does not have a connection to internet, what you can do, you can go to the manual, say next. So in the automatic, once you say next, it will automatically do those tasks, and this device will be activated in few minutes. Okay. But right now, I will show you the manual process. Click on the manual and just say next. So this is the registration key. I will get the license key to install here. Now, so first of all, here with these files, right? So what I can do copy or I can download the file. Okay. I can do copy and paste or I can download the file. So let's say I'm using the download feature. Just click on the download here. Just save it here. Now click here to access F5 licensing server. So right now this device does not have a connection to the F5. So what you have to do, you have to open the same link in the another system that has active internet connection. Just click on this link right now. I'm using the same PC. Okay. So look here. What I can do here, I can paste that file here or I can browse that file here. Okay. Clear? Look here. If I'll copy and paste, so what I can do, I can just do Control A and then Control C and then I can paste here. Or what I can do, I can browse a file here. Okay.
Okay.
Once I will browse, I have to browse my. Let's check where is the file. Maybe that will be in the download. We should have a dossier file. Check the browser. Okay, here I can see this file in the download. Yeah. Go here, browse your file. D. Download. Okay, this is the file. You can see this dossier file. Just click on this line file and open this file. Just click on next. Okay. Now again, what you can do? Okay, if we have to select this, I have agreed the conditions. Just say next here. Now again, we have two things. What I can do, I can just select all, control copy, and directly I can paste here. Let's say I want to use a process of copy and paste. Okay, I can go here and I can paste everything. Or if I'm using here the process of download and upload file. Okay, so now we have to download this file, download this license file, save this file. Okay, again go back here and browse that file. Okay, like this we have to use. So if you are using copy and paste mechanism, so yes, we have to paste the license here. If we are using download and upload mechanism, so we have to download this dossier file and upload the license file and just say next. Once we press next here, I will get some options. Okay, and then we have to choose some. Okay, let me show you what we have to choose. We will get this page. Okay, Once I will say next over there, I will get this page, and we have to select LTM and GTM. We can select the DNS or we can say GTM. So right now we are just working on the LTM. So just select the LTM, not GTM, and just say submit. Okay. Once we press submit here, I will be having these options. Okay. It's clear now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
So this is the full process to install the VMware on the device. Okay. So the first process we have done. Okay. Now the second process. So we have to install the Windows XP, right?
Windows XP. Yeah.
So first of all, like you have to increase the RAM space. Okay, then only we can do some tasks on your laptop. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yes,
If
sir.
that is possible, so just increase the RAM. Okay. So like you can
Okay,
do
sir.
easily all the practicals. Now,
Okay, sir.
so this was the very first task. The second task, what we have to do, we have to install some servers. So as we have server 1, server 2, server 3. Okay. So we have these servers and make sure. So right now, let me show you. We just go to the settings here. So my VMnet 2. So my 1.1, this is 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. So my 1.1 is having a connection with VMnet 2, right? So the server 1, the server 1, the server 2, the server 3. So these three servers should have the VMnet 2 connection, right? So basically these three servers and the interface 1.1 is having connection on a same segment, right? It's clear?
Yes.
Now just tell me if you have any doubt in the installation of these things, so I can help you. Any doubt till this point?
No, sir.
Okay, so just a minute. Okay, so this was a basic installation process. Okay, now let's do one thing. Just do some new task here. Okay. Now let me show you the process one by one. What we have to do. Okay, so paint, paint. So look, we have 1.1. We have 1.2. So 1.1 we are using for the internal, right? And 1.2 we are using for external, right? So right now we have to assign the IP address. So before assigning the IP address, we have to assign the VLAN number also. Okay. So for this internal, I will be using VLAN 10. I think I told you about the VLAN, right? Because I will be having a switch here, right? In the physical connectivity. So right now we are using a virtual adapter, but in the physical devices, I will be having a switch here. So maybe that port can be trunk port, that can be access port, right? Now, so we have to choose VLAN 10 here. If that is trunk, so this VLAN should be tagged. Okay. If that is access port, that should be untagged. Okay. I will show you how we can set a tag, how we can set untag. And then what we have to do, we have to configure physical IP address on this device. Okay. This is clear. Finally, we have to configure physical IP address. Same for external. Let me configure here VLAN 20. So I'll configure here VLAN 20 for the external, and I have to assign the IP address also. Okay. So this is the very first task again to install some addresses here. Okay, the interface E0 by 0 address, the Ethernet 0 address we have done for the Mgmd port. Now let's configure the addresses for the physical ports. Okay, so right now we are doing the configuration of VLAN. Okay, and then we are doing the configuration for the physical IP address. We can see IP address configuration. Okay, so let's do these two things. So let me remove the previous configuration. Okay. Let me just do some copy and paste. Let me remove all these VLANs. We have to remove the addresses. delete the addresses. Canary IP because it's used by the state monitoring primary. Okay. So the very first task, we have to configure VLAN for 1.1. Okay, just go to the VLAN, go to your main, go to your network tab, go to your VLAN tab, VLAN list, and then create your VLAN. Now the name. So I want to use this 1.1 for my internal, right? Let's say here internal. Description I can use, I cannot use, that doesn't matter. This blue line, you can see this blue line. So this is
Yes,
the
sir.
mandate part. Okay. Now go to your interface 1.1 and the tag that should be untagged here. Okay. Right now we are using a VMnet, right? So that should be untagged here because that VMnet cannot understand the tag. Just add here. Once I will say finish, I will go back here, go back to the next tab. No, sorry, go back to the VLAN list. Once I will say repeat, so what this device will do, this device will save this configuration and now again we can do some new configuration. Just say repeat here. Those configurations are saved now. Again, I can do for external. Okay. So this is the best feature. For untagged, yes, just say add. And now we have to say finish because this is the last interface, the last VLAN. Now you can see we have internal, we have external, right? So the first task we have done for the internal 10 and external 20, right? Now let's configure the physical IP addresses. Go to the self IP address. Okay, let me show you here interfaces. So once I will assign the VLAN, this VLAN will be up. This interface will be up. Okay. If I will not assign the VLAN, that interface will be unassigned. Once I will assign the VLAN, this will be up. Go to the self IP addresses. Now we have to create the IP addresses. Create the name. So right now we have to configure the IP address for my internal, right? Just say internal self. It means for my self interface. Now the IP address, what address you want to configure here. So let me use here, let me check the previous addresses. So for the internal, I want to use 20.22, 192.168.20.22. Okay. The net mask, I want to use 255.255.255.0. The external, no, this should be connected to the internal, right? So this device is saying, this option is saying what VLAN you want to use. So I'm saying here the VLAN internal because that is having connection to 1.1, right? Port lockdown. So right now, just make sure you have to use allow all. We will discuss the port lockdown later in detail. Okay. Now just say repeat here. Now let's configure the address for other interface. It means for the interface 1.2. Okay. For 1.2, we are using here 30.22. So let's do the same task. Name, configure external self, IP address 192.168.20. That was 20.30.22. 30.22. Okay. No, so this time this is for the external, right? And allow all, yes. Just say repeat again. Now we have to use here a float. Okay, we can use another feature that is after this IP address one option. This is optional. We can say okay. What floating IP address? So what is this floating IP address? Okay, if you remember, in the case of HSRP, we use a virtual address. Remember?
Yes.
Yes,
Even the
sir.
virtual address belongs to the same subnet. Same here, this floating IP address is just like a virtual address. Okay. For the HSRP mechanism, same here. If in future I'll be using what that failover feature, in that case I can use this floating IP address. Okay, and this floating IP address should be same on both devices. Okay, that is mandate. So let's say we are using here internal float. Okay, IP address 192.168.20. Let me say 100 for the internal. Allow all. Just say repeat. Just say finish. Okay. So, and this address, once I will configure another device, the failover device, okay, the standby device, I have to use same floating IP address because this address should be the same address on both devices, right? Correct. Then only the device will send the packet out to the neighbor with the same address. Correct. So if the HSRP is clear, so this floating IP address will be more clear. Okay.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. So any doubt to this point, Dipesh?
No, sir.
Okay, cool. Now the next thing here. Okay, the addresses we have done. Now what I can do, I can try to ping these addresses. So these are the physical addresses. What I can do here, just, okay, do not ping. Just do one thing. Go to your servers. Okay, because right now on this interface, what addresses we have? For the physical address, we have 192.168.20.10, right? And for the external, what we have 192.160.30.10, I think. Let me check. Sorry. For the internal self, this is 22. This is also 22. Okay. Now I have to configure other servers. Okay. So on the server 1, I'll be using 192.168.20. Let's say 10. Okay. On the server 2, I will be using 192.168.20.20. On the server 3, I will be using 192.168.20.30. Okay. So the address till this point we have done. Now let's install the servers. Okay. Again, we have to open the VMware. Go to your server 1, just turn on the device. Go to the server 2, just turn on the device. Go to your server 3. Let's do some changes. Okay, just okay, we have to change. Vmnet, we have to use say, okay. Finally, let's configure this one. So let me verify what address here we have. Okay, so cool. This is having 20 to 10. So I have configured a statically address. Okay, I'll go here on the server 2. I'll check the same thing. 20 to 20, perfect. I'll go to server 3. Okay, let's check these two addresses. Okay, go here and try to communicate to the same address, window R, CMD, ping 192.168.20.22. If everything is fine, that physical address should be reachable. And look here, that physical address is reachable, right? Let's do a communication to 20.20. This should be reachable. Window. Guys, can you see the screen?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. The address is correct. From server 1 is reachable. Fine. Let's check here. Window R. I have to change the address. CMD ping 192.168.20.1. Okay, 20.22. That is also reachable. So maybe we have some issues on the server too. That should be reachable. It is not reachable. Let's check the addresses. 20.22, default gateways. Okay, no problem. So look, right now we are using a default gateway of F5 device. That should be the address of VMnet1. Okay, the reason behind I will discuss later, okay, in the detail. In what condition we have to use here the default gateway address of VMnet or the router address, or sometimes we use the F5 address, okay. So we'll discuss in the theory part once we start the netting part, okay. So
Okay.
the addresses are correct here. Let me check the firewall. That should be turned off. So before doing this configuration, like your firewall should be turned off, okay. Then only we can do a ping, we can send them some packets. So that is just say no, I think I can communicate. Server 2, let's check what is the Vmnet configured here. Oh, look here, this was the issue. Vmnet 2 we have to use here. Okay, this was the issue. Let's try to do ping. Network cable is unplugged. Now we can do a communication, right? Let's check here. Yes, now that is reachable, correct? So right now, all of these addresses, the servers, everything is reachable. It means what we have done now, we have configured this connectivity, right? This port we have done, these ports we have done, and these ports we have done. And from my PC, I think I can now just do a communication to 30 to 22, right? Because this address we have configured on the physical device, on the FF device. Now let's try to do a ping from my physical device. Ping 192.168.30.22, and yes, that is reachable. It means everything is fine. Now we can discuss the components. We can discuss the pool, the server address, the node address. We can discuss. Okay. So till this point, we can say we have done the installation portion. Okay. This is clear.
Yes.
Dipesh, do you have any doubt till this point?
I want to know.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so the process of adding the physical devices, the servers, and the connection of LTM device to my physical devices, we have done. Okay, so we can say till this point what we have done the installation process. Okay, Dipesh.
Yes, sir.
So let me show you the diagram. So this physical connectivity we have done. Now in future, like from the next Saturday, we will start the theory part and the practical. Okay. So what we have
Okay, sir.
done, the basics we have done, and the installation of the VM and the F5 and the servers we have done. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
from next class, we will start the other components. Okay. Okay. Bye then. Take care.
Okay, sir. Bye, sir. Take care, sir.
Bye bye. Thank you.